The finals over in the lower bracket rounds. Resurgence will take on Burmese Ghouls in this best of 3 to see who will march ahead to meet up with the King of Kings, RRQ. So we're going to be starting off with the bans. What are you feeling about the couple of bans coming in from the side of RG? Because they open up with the Export as well as the Selena.
Well, you know what? Right now, I actually like what RG is doing. Is because the Export is, I would say, what do they call it? A respect ban is because Burmese Ghoul D has been using a lot of X-Borg to kind of hold his own lane because he's going to be alone for a very long time while everyone else is doing their thing, right? So I think this is a good respect ban. And over at Burmese Ghouls, they have banned out the Kurfa, kind of notifying that they kind of want to use an assassin and they do not want to see Kaizepi on that particular hero.
And it's definitely interesting to note that both teams can actually play a very good Boxia, but D is actually snatching that away. So Sana's gonna have to look for different alternatives as well. So the answer to that will be the Esmeralda as well as the Atlas. But oh boy, they're switching things up with that house. Control for a little bit.
Yeah, I think high loss will be a little bit risky because Baxia can cancel out the healing, so he might suffer a little bit. But Atlas with the crowd control is definitely going to help. Esmeralda kind of has to be taken here because if Burmese Ghouls, they have both Uranus as well as Esmeralda, that's a little bit too tanky for them to really take anything unless they're planning on taking the carry.
Yeah, it's definitely very hard to actually puncture Uranus right there. And all these points. Like he can definitely hold his lane so well. And now, what exactly are we looking at here? Because they got so many tanks, but they are adding on top of that with that Diggy. Man, Diggy, Uranus. Yeah, this is just so difficult for them to actually find space. But I'm looking at damage department here. They need something bursty, and like you said, Assassins is the way to go. Yeah,
right now, Burmese Ghoul, what they are having is actually very scary because Uranus, he might be able to hold his own lane, right? And right now they have Baxia, they have Diggy. Diggy, he has the kind of burst damage as well as the CC to catch anyone off guard. Baxia can follow up really well. And Burmese Ghoul, they banned out the Jawhead. Jawhead is particularly good at countering high damage dealers because of his burst damage as well as his crowd control. He can basically flank and kill someone all by himself, which means possibly an assassin is coming out here. And Resurgence right now, they have to pick whether they want to get rid of the Hayabusa, the Lancelot, or just open it and take care of another offlaner.
Yeah, and there's actually another pick that we need to talk about because Ling is open right now. They opt to ban the Kagura, so there is high possibilities. And I'm loving this Popo Koopa pick. What do you think about this?
If they take Popo Koopa, I would almost say, oh no, okay. Maybe they're just flexing. It's like, hey, this hero is still up. If you guys don't take it from us, we're gonna get it. And apparently Resurgence is not gonna take it away. They're looking at Kaja. Kaja is a good hero to catch the Hayabusa when he's a little bit too aggressive. But the thing is, will Ace make that kind of mistake where we see he rarely gets caught either by using a marksman or an assassin?
This was seen before back in the Geek Fam game where Zorn was actually playing Kaja as well. And it's not to say that he never got the catch, but he was way too slippery. And now that you're adding that Diggy on top of it, they could always open up the time journey and reset everything once again. So they really have to look for the best timing to actually catch him out. But it's great that they actually form double layers because now they also have the Farsight coming in. So to add on top of that, they have the Atlas to open things up. And hopefully, if they do have any purifies, they will actually get cleared and done. And then that's where they could just dive right in. Sana will be very important in all of these team fights.
Yeah, definitely. Sana, KZP, both of these heroes can really set up something big, not only for the Roger, but also for the Esmeralda once she has the items going. But Burmese Ghoul, they have, I would say, an almost perfect composition for their particular playstyle, where Parsha, she is very fast at roaming whenever she turns into a bird. So she can cover 2 lanes, as well as in the late stages of the game where they cannot commit to diving all in and probably getting the inhibited tower. Farsight can open her feathered airstrike and actually zone everyone away, giving them time to take. So right now, again, whenever Burmese Ghoul is playing, we definitely have to see how they really play around the early game.
Yeah, the early game is going to be of utmost importance for both of these teams here. We're heading in towards the land of Dawn here in this best of 3 series. This is game 1, Resurgence, Burmese Ghouls once again. And Well, let's talk a little bit more. We have all these picks that has already been lined up, and of course, all eyes are set on 2 key players of each side, LY4 as well as, of course, Ace. But you know, early game stuff, mid lane contention. If they actually go in for some rotations right here earlier from Burmese Ghouls, that might be a little bit advantageous.
Yeah, but right now, let's look at Resurgence, right? Both of their off-laners actually cut the lane, and right now we can see that they are going in for Burmese Ghoul red buff, where instead of Burmese Ghoul going extra aggressive, they are the one is going in. And looks like D did not manage to actually secure the red buff.
Oh boy, a little bit too late for that. While maybe he's just trying to actually chase a couple of members of Resurgence out of their territory. Ace, though, is getting ganked up upon, and now there's going to be a little bit of
Whoa,
damage.
Ace is taking too much damage, and he is going to go down. Sana is chasing after him, but he is regenerating. But first blood is going to go to Sana.
Perfect catch coming in. They timed it so well. They expected an invasion, and of course, they brought the pain. And this is going to be a little bit tough because Ace now put down a little bit earlier. He's not going to be receiving that much EXP just for a couple of seconds, of course, but it shouldn't be too hard for him to catch back up. Now, we talked about the Hayabusa. 2 picks, 2 wins by Ace. 100% win rate, like you said.
Yeah, 100% win rate, and right now he is being pressured a little bit because we can see the goal difference. I would say this is a big goal difference in the early stage of the game, but right now we can see Burmese Ghoul going down. Sana is being targeted, and looks like Diggy will be able to secure the kill. Right now, Burmese Ghoul, this is what they like to do. They like to go to the side lane.
Yeah, and of course, it was payback time as they finally caught the guy that cashed them out inside the jungle early on. And things are looking pretty even, but of course, some goal are leaning towards Resurgence based on, you know, the early contest inside the jungle. But over the top side, let's discuss about this Esmeralda matchup. Seems like she is actually faring pretty well over the top lane.
Yeah, honestly, whenever it's Esmeralda as well as Uranus, it's definitely a skill matchup. Before this, people are like, yeah, Esmeralda wins 100% of the time, but Uranus, as long as Uranus can go in, go out, and then hold on, let's look at this. Ruby Didi is going in the front. He is level 4 while everyone is level 3. Looks like he will be able to tank that, and that is why levels are important. But Sana, level 4, he is looking for the Divine Judgment, but none has been found.
Yeah, a little bit of distance created. They respected what Asana could actually pull off right there. Yep, shouldn't have a problem to actually sustain himself for now. Gets that rune, gets another camp off of his jungle. Osana, so far, we'll just have to wait for
looks like D went a little bit too deep. Uranus should not be that deep. Uranus should be careful.
Yeah, of course, he of course extended all the way and of course got himself hurt a little bit too much there. And he didn't have the Purify as well, so yeah, playing it dirty.
Yeah, and right now we can see the Resurgence, they are focusing on the objectives. They want to control the jungle. And looks like Lu Yi just doing that ultimate for, I don't know.
Yeah.
Just to show off.
Yeah, I guess so. Like early game, when you can actually use it to teleport from one place to another, might as well you just use it whenever you can. But over the bot side, they are looking for a trade. They are trying to actually secure the first tower for the side of Burmese Ghouls. But Resurgence, they're all camped up over the top side here, and this is actually forcing Boxia to retreat.
Yep, and it looks like Resurgence, they're just gonna push it down. They're not gonna care wherever the Burmese Ghoul are, and Burmese Ghoul, they're not really I would say reacting to this. They're just focusing on getting the buff, and I don't know if this is a good thing because Resurgence just got another tower over at top.
Yeah, and I think that it's not really an equal trade. Looking at this current situation there, they are looking for a flank, and if they are committing to this is going to look like 6 right there.
Looks like Singh going in. He's aiming for maybe, but maybe is not going to go down. LY4, he's going on the Diggy, and he will go down, but LY4 is taking a little bit too much damage from the Hayabusa. Hayabusa manages to catch the Roger, and right now, there is no core hero from the side of Resurgence, and Burmese Ghoul, in my opinion, they won that team fight just slightly.
Yeah, of course, and the damage output was real. You saw Ace with the OG Shadow kill. He doesn't care how many minions or even units coming from the side of Resurgence was at, and they still managed to chop them down. Oh, seems like we got an off-screen kill coming in for D once again.
Yep, it was a 1v1 where the Kaja actually defeated the Uranus, which is not something that we see a lot. Yeah. The birdie just went to Uranus and he won.
Yeah, of course. This is something that came out of nowhere as well. So I guess that really caught him by surprise. So D really gotta pull himself back a little bit more.
Yeah, and right now we can see that Ruby is basically scouting, making sure that they know wherever Resurgence is. And Resurgence looks like Sig is going towards the blue buff, but he didn't really do much of anything. Ace is being targeted by Sig. Sig is going up against 3 people, and looks like Sig is very, very healthy. He can go as aggressive as he wants, but he has to be careful because of the Baxia.
Oh yeah, of course, you can see the Boxer is still holding so long inside of that team fight, and you know, it's really a unnecessary fight a couple of times where, you know, of course they are trying to contest for a buck. Seems like a little bit of a pause will be called there coming from inside of Burmese Ghouls, but of course we'll get back to that later. And you know, we saw Sana, now he's 3-1, and a couple of times he's been hunting out for all these kills. Seems like he really wants the D.
Oh yes, yeah. I appreciate that joke. I really do. That was top class. But right now, Sync, he looked very aggressive. And honestly, that is the kind of aggression I want to see from an Esmeralda, especially since the side of BG, Burmese Ghouls, they have the Digi, which he will actually give all that juicy shield over to Esmeralda. But there is, I would say, they have to be a little bit cautious because of the Baxia. The Baxia can reduce the healing. Although in my personal opinion, just with the Baxia passive is not enough. They do still need a Necklace of Endurance to really shut down the Esmeralda. If not, I am not particularly sure that Ace's Hayabusa can actually kill the Esmeralda.
Exactly, and since we're judging based on the early game, it's still going to take a little bit of time for them to actually go in with the Necklace of Endurance build as well. So this is why Resurgence, they know that the early game opportunity for them is much higher, which they really press on the attack and eventually found so many good leads out of that situation. And I think one point that really halted the side of Burmese Ghouls was really one of it was the first blood, and another one was another pickoff right down in the bottom lane, which, you know, causing them to really hold back on certain key rotations that they are supposed to go for, but they couldn't because, you know, they lost a member. It's like, okay, we are forced to play slightly passively, but I like the Burmese Ghouls' desire to still look for leads time and time again, and they managed to still find a little bit more on that mid lane battle right there. And good news is that we are back in the game, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, and right now we can see the Resurgence, they are going on the turtle. Right now the turtle is only 2 bars left, and I don't think that Burmese Ghoul will be able to contest this one. And yes, looks like Resurgence will get a free turtle.
Yeah, and goal lead extends to 15,000 for now. And over the top side, seems to me that Uranus will be able to actually secure 1 tower in hand. Things are going to be looking even up eventually, but are we going to be looking at another contest for the turtle here? Because it seems to me that Burmese Ghouls, they are more focused towards the bottom side. Oh, there's a catch over the Farsa.
Looks like Farsa got caught out. Kid is alone. Ace actually managing to survive. Manages to cause a lot of damage over there. And Ace is running away. I think there was a bit of a miscommunication there because I think Sana actually got a very, very good catch on the Farsa.
Yeah, and of course he risked his life for that as well. That's a 1-for-1. Well, not exactly, because he overextended, but there was enough backup for the side of Burmese Ghouls. Now things are being evened up, so that's 1 kill. I felt like a little bit of follow-up coming from Jason would have sealed the deal.
Oh, now looks like Ace is gonna get caught, and Ace is gonna go down to LY4. A very good flank, I would say.
Yeah, and of course he went inside of that bush a little bit way too early as well, and he got caught out. There wasn't really much that he can actually do because the rest of Burmese Ghouls, they were more focused on towards the mid side, which means RSG will now find leads through the bottom lane. And Farsa tries to be careful, opens up the further airstrike.
Oh, but it looks like Kaiser P, he is looking, and unfortunately nothing is going to come out from his ultimate because Digi cancels that CC. But still, Resurgence, they are holding down this lane, and looks like Ruby is going to get caught. He is being slowed down, but he is a little bit too tanky. Jason going up with the damage, and LY4 finishing it off, and he manages to get another kill and another advantage for Resurgence over at the bot lane.
Oh, this definitely will actually turn heads coming in. Burmese Ghouls, they're slowly getting depleted of all these resources. You can just look at the goal graph. It's just upwards trajectory for the side of Resurgence. And seems to me that if they can actually keep this up, they can find even more objectives to come because the turtle is opened up and there's a 1v1 happening in the top side.
Yep, looks like C really does want the D, and looks like he is going to take it because it doesn't look like Uranus can win this 1v1 now, especially with the level lead. But right now, you see LY4 going in. He is charging. Singh manages to stun him for a little bit, but the Purify is used, and it looks like D is gonna get away.
He's making a home run, and every single one of all these members of Resurgence is debated, but Singh is not giving up. He really wants to go in for D, but over on the Turtle side, we are looking at maybe here keeping his tabs over on side of KZ, pulls him back. Ace is not going to commit just yet. 50% of health being left on the Turtle, and now here comes the box here.
Looks like Rudy has been caught by the side, but he's a little bit too tanky again. Kaiser P. Oh, the Turtle has been stolen by Burmese Ghoul, and right now Kid using the feathered S right trying to cause as much damage as he can. LY4 as well as the other members are being attacked by Ace. Ace managing to catch Sana off guard. LY4 has to run away. He is alone. Singh just arrived, but nothing can be done by this Esmeralda.
I love the flank coming in from Burmese Ghouls. They managed to actually clamp on towards members of Resurgence, leaving behind Jason as well as Sana right there. And here comes D, still suppressing LY4 by the corners. Of course, LY4 will eventually skill later on, but they are trying to actually buy enough time while Burmese Ghouls will find another opening towards the top side. And up next, we have the Lord in less than 2 minutes right now.
Yeah, right now, RSG as well as Burmese Ghoul, they are really playing this trade game really well, where it's like, okay, Burmese Ghoul saw, I may not be able to get something here, but I'm gonna get something somewhere else. The same thing is being done by Resurgence, and right now, honestly, even though there is a gold lead, it doesn't really seem like, oh, this team is having a huge advantage, because Burmese Ghoul, they're not falling back. They're actually pushing forward.
With this aggressive playstyle, they are actually taking very high risk, but in that sort of a situation, they will still secure some of all these small leads to actually even things up. So no matter how much gold that they have, of course, it's more towards building those items until they're level 15. But
why? Okay, they're going on to Uranus. Uranus is alone. Uranus is gonna get caught, and killing spree has been given to LY4. When I saw that TP, I was already like, okay, who are they aiming for? And it's like, okay, they want Uranus.
Yeah, and of course, like, D just gave it to them. Like, he walked in towards that trap, and he just got gang rushed in that sort of situation.
Yeah, but right now, let's look at Ace. Ace using the shadow kill, managing to catch out Louis. He is still attacking Sana. Sana is taking too much damage, but LY4 is going after Ace, and he manages to kill him off. Ruby is right now fighting against LY4 in the back row. Sick manages to catch. And right now, it's a wipe out for Resurgence.
A perfect team fight, and of course, with that, Resurgence can just get what they need right here. They're all rushing in towards that Lord Pit, but can Burmese Ghouls respond? Because the death timers are really high. It's only D as well as maybe being left alive. They have KZP as well as LI4 at it already while the pushes are happening on the bottom side. Here comes D though. Can this Uranus actually steal this one off? Of course, he's going to be taking some chunks of health coming from the side of Sana. Sana might just actually lose this, but LY4 wants to get it, and LY4 will secure the Lord for Resurgence.
Yeah, but right now maybe is alone. He is taking a little bit too much damage. Looks like he's going down here by the side of KZP. KZP managing to get the kill, but Burmese Ghoul, they are going after this tank. Ace is looking for an opportunity to catch someone with his quad shadow over at the top side of the map. We can see Uranus fighting against Jason, but Ace still looking for a kill, but Singh, being the Esmeralda, is a little bit too tanky. Jason, he is being at the front of the team fight, and right now Burmese Ghoul, they're just waiting for the time, but again LY4 managing to get the unstoppable. He is chasing after the Baxia. The Baxia can't really run away, and right now they are going to focus on Ace, but Ace with the quad shadow is very slippery. Singh is standing in the front. Oh my god, this is a very extended team fight. LY4 managing to get out of that as well as Ace.
That took a little bit too long. Now they have to deal with 2 pushes up to the top side, and of course the Lord that is going to be top priority right now. Ace can only clear off a couple of these minutes, but he's trying his utmost best. He might actually lose this one out because that's going to be it. Oh, seems to be that he managed to actually use Retribution to clear things off as well. So coast is clear, but the pressure is still on. Resurgence still hunting him out.
Yep, and looks like Singh was not able to secure the red buff. The red buff will be going over to D. And right now, Resurgence, I would say that's not the cleanest Lord take. Well, they did secure it, but they weren't able to really set anything up. It's a bit of good I would say, good engage from Burmese Ghoul, but also a bad disengage from Resurgence.
Yeah, like it took too long, and D is actually playing such a great Uranus right now because he's stuck on towards Sana. He brought him down, and eventually he looks for LI4. He knows that he might not be able to actually steal that Lord away, but he went in for chase until all the members of Burmese Ghoul are ready. But
over
here
here,
comes
Sana managing to catch someone, and looks like, I wasn't sure, he did use his Divine Judgment, and right now maybe as well as Ace and Kid, they are protecting their own base. D from behind, D is going in on the back line. LY4 is taking so much damage. Will LY4 lose the D? But looks like D himself has to go away. LY4 is retreating, but Sync, he is looking for more. Sync is going in front. KZB, another failed ultimate going on onto the D. D is alone, and looks like he's been turned around. Kid has to run away. And right now the OG Shadow Kill is being used on Sing, but Sing is a little bit too tanky. But Ace, he is dishing out the damage.
Whoa.
Shot down, godlike for the Roger, double kill. And now Ace as well as maybe has to retreat. And looks like Resurgence won a good team fight for themselves.
Yeah, of course, they counter that style coming in from the side of Burmese Ghouls. They were so patient, they waited for the right moment. Jason was dropped down low, and you can see how resilient D was at. He went on chasing LI4, and oh boy, Ruby's gonna get caught out, but he will be able to still sustain for a little bit longer. Now there's gonna be that pressure over on the mid side.
Are they going in? Oh, KZB actually went in, but he will not be. Oh, hold on, Sana trying to catch anyone with the Divine Judgment. It looks like he is opting not to, but they still managed to get the mid inhibited tower.
Now, let's take things slower a notch as we are seeing Ruby DD just trying to actually scout out a hit. He knows he can tank a little bit of hits, but a couple of times he really played it a little bit too over extensively, and of course he paid the price, and eventually we are looking at members of RSG right now, of course, setting up shop because the next Lord is going to be coming up real soon.
Yep, and right now we can see that both of these teams are actually playing a little bit more cautiously because the next Lord could be the end of it. So yeah, I would say both of these teams, they do not want to make a mistake at this stage of the game, and it looks like Sana is trying to catch anyone, and he manages to catch the Ruby being the box here, and right now D from behind, he is going after Jason. Jason manages to run away, but over in the front, LY4 manages to get a double kill, and right now only 3 people of Burmese Ghouls are still alive.
And of course, if we were looking at members of Burmese Ghouls, they really have to hold on for dear life right now. They can't seem to actually chase over on towards the Lord. And remind you, this is a Luminous lot that's coming up next, and Sync is actually buying so much time. This is going to be looking real wet. And of course, we're going to be having another opinion right here. Hidden Q's coming up next. And oh my, Resurgence, they got this, Lord.
Thanks, Aaron. I'm already coming in midway, but thank you, LaFell, so much for covering for the time being. RSG is continuing to push forward. I've been following the game as it's being played. It's been looking pretty good for the Burmese Ghouls, but all of a sudden it turns its way back around as Resurgence has continued to fight their way, already breaking into this top bracket.
Yeah, of course, they've been struggling for a little bit with all these members of Burmese Ghouls just rushing at the side of level up for a couple of times, but now there is another threat. Sync always in the forefront there, doing exactly the same thing as D, and now with the Lord coming right in, can Burmese Ghouls defend this?
Oh, it's going to be a tough one. Lord's already knocking onto the door, and they have to protect their crystal at this point in time. They can't keep holding on. KZP coming in already with a huge ultimate, but he misses so many as they're able to get out. They're trying to end the game. Lord is still knocking on their doors. RSG, they're not looking for the end. They try to make a play. It's being punished. They take one with them. Burmese Ghouls manage to pull off the defense.
And Sync, of course, managed to get one more kill, going in for the Mega as well. This is going to be tough for the side of Burmese Ghouls because even these towers are depleted. Top side is going to be crushed as Resurgence now looking for a catch. Helps over on the side of Sync as well. And Kid managed to still hang on. But now they're looking for Esmeralda. They are having a little bit of tough time to melt him down. Jason though, oh my goodness, the Fatal Links gets one for LY4. He flickers away. But this is going to be the end as Resurgence managed to take the first game of this best of 3.
Huge plays coming in here. Woohoo! RSG showing that even knocking Burmese Ghouls down to the lower bracket, that it's still going to be such a challenge. Looks like Burmese Ghouls have to play a stronger game too. How you feeling, Aaron? Come back onto air here.